Good morning, friends. Today is Tuesday, June 5th. Welcome to the vlog. I am just sipping on some coffee from my Who's Your Daddy mug. And today I just wanted to vlog. Really all I'm doing these days is running / working out and then studying. So I thought it would be fun for you guys to just follow me around, see what a day in the life has been like, and then later I thought I could sit down and film some helpful study tips for you guys. My first piece of advice is to write down a to-do list for each day that you need to be productive. And on this list, write everything you want to accomplish and star or prioritize which things have to be done. This will help you focus when you're studying. Hey guys, so I am now, just got some coffee. I'm going to the library. It's about 20 minutes from my house, like walking, but my mom graciously gave me a ride. So I just went to the coffee shop that's nearby, got some iced coffee because I don't think we're going to be able to study without it today. So yeah, planning on staying here for at least 3 hours, but like 5 hours would be really great because I have a lot to catch up on and then start doing. So see you guys inside. This is a little like quiet pod, I guess you could see. It's like open to the rest of the library, but it's pretty secluded. It's like an alcove, and these are really great because you really can't see anyone or talk to anyone even if you know them, and yeah, it's just a really nice space to have all to yourself. I highly recommend going to a library and trying to find spaces like these. I know that my school had some of these as well, but they were a little harder to get to. So if you're at home studying for the summer like I am, definitely check out your local public library and support them if you can. Okay guys, so here's my little study setup. I have my textbook here so that I can study specific focused content, and then I have my little study schedule and my laptop, and I filled my water all the way up, and I used the bathroom already, so I should be good for at least an hour. Got my coffee and my little to-do list. So that's definitely one of my biggest pieces of advice, is to go somewhere that you know that you can get work done. For me, that's the library. I mean, coffee shops are really good for when I'm writing an essay, but when I really have to focus, I need to take away as many distractions as I can, and that includes people and noises and stuff like that. So that's why I drag myself here all the time, and I have here with me some snacks, a sweater in case I get cold, and pretty much everything that I could possibly need so that it removes any excuses I have to leave. The only thing I don't have is lunch with me today, but that will serve as kind of my hour-long break. So yeah. Hi friends, so I am now walking back home from the library. I got a good 4.5 hours of studying in, so that's great. And thankfully it's not raining, although it looks like it did a little earlier. So yeah. Hey guys, it is the next day. I just got back from a run that did not go as I wanted it to. I'm still congested, and it's making, I think, running really difficult. I just am getting really short of breath and really tired, just from needing to use more energy just to try to catch my breath while I run. So it's been a bad couple weeks in terms of my running, just not where I want it to be, but you know what, that's okay. You just gotta keep showing up, right? As Des Linden put it. So yeah, I'm gonna take a shower and then probably head to the library. Gotta make a to-do list and pack and all of that stuff. But I get to wear my new jeans today, so I'll show you guys where I got them from and how I like them. Hey guys, so day 2, coffee. This time it's Starbucks because I got a gift card, so gotta get free things when you can. And these are the jeans I'm wearing. They're Levi's 721 high-rise skinny, and I really like them. Jeans are pretty hard for me to find, but yeah, I really love them. Got them on Amazon for $45. So I didn't even write a to-do list yet, so I'll have to do that once I sit down. But I think I'm gonna take it a little easier on actually studying content and focus a little more on practice questions today. I like to alternate like that just so that I don't get too burnt out, and it works pretty well. Not sure if I'll be here for 4.5 hours like yesterday, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how today goes. You just take it item by item, just like I suggested to you guys. So the library is closed. So change of plans, I'm gonna just Uber home and study from home today because there's nowhere else to go. Hey guys, so it's 2:30 now and I just ate some lunch. I studied for about an hour and a half. I did some practice questions and then I got hungry, so I made myself some eggplant, bell pepper, basil, and celery stir fry with some peanut sauce, and that was really good. And then now I'm just taking a break until 2:45. That's when I said that I had to go back to studying. I already did my practice questions and remediated them, so that's 2 things already that I'm done with. Now I just want to finish one body system because I did pretty much half of it, and then start my diabetes review because I know nothing about insulin and diabetic medication. So that is where we're at right now. Oh my gosh, sorry that I look a little crazy. I'm wearing the same shirt from earlier, but I'm wearing these pajama pants because comfy studying is the best studying. It's been about a week since I filmed those last clips for the vlog, and I just kind of wanted to film an outro and sort of a conclusions, if you will, to this whole thing. Studying has been really hard. I'm in the middle of, I think, week 3 of studying consistently. I mean, I was studying sporadically the first couple weeks, but week 3 of like consistently studying every day, or at least 6 days a week. And it's been really rough. I think I'm really stressed actually, and I always thought I would be stressed when studying for the NCLEX, but I didn't think I'd be this stressed and anxious about it. And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. So again, studying for any big exam like the MCAT, the GRE, the NCLEX, the LSAT, what have you. First of all, they're hard because when you're studying, you really need to study consistently over a long period of time as opposed to binge studying like 3 weeks before the exam. I think that's one of the worst things you can do. Some people pull it off and good for them, but I think it just really messes with you and it's not effective for most people. So setting that consistent habit has been difficult, but now that I'm kind of in the routine, I'm much more comfortable and able to, you know, make myself go to the library.
Still, walking to the library is not my cup of tea, but it's actually a quite nice morning walk, so I really have time to kind of like set my intentions for the day and really get out some excess energy before I have to sit down for like 5 hours. So that's been good. I'm getting better at practice questions and practice exams, which thank goodness. I started from like a 42% on these exams, excuse me, and I've been getting, my last practice exam I got a 61%. So benchmark is 60%, so I am past benchmark now. So I just got to keep doing the practice exams. I think a lot of it has to do with the content that I've reviewed so far and I'm continuing to review, but another large part of it has been learning how to read the questions properly and really understand them. There's still some questions that I'm like, what kind of question is this? I have no idea. But even if you eliminate 2 of the answers, you have a 50-50 chance at that point. So that's been going well. Like I said, I've been really stressed, and this is something that I haven't shared with many friends really, but I did talk about this on my blog a little bit. But the closer I am to taking the NCLEX, the biggest my fear of failure becomes. And I don't mean failure of the exam. I know that I'm going to pass. I know I'm going to do well. I'm confident in that. But I have such a huge fear of not finding a job, and I know that I talked about this a little bit in my video about being average and mediocre and things like that, but I am not someone who always define themselves, by their accomplishments, but I think I define myself in my failure to even meet those minimum standards for myself. I guess, how do I explain? I always assumed I would have a job, or that I could get any job I wanted because I was someone who worked really hard for that. Maybe I didn't always get A's in school, but I always got these jobs. I was good at interviewing and really working my connections if I had them. But now, I don't know what I can do to get these jobs. And that's the thing, like, a lot of the times it's out of your control, whether it's because you don't have experience or because there's so many amazing candidates, or maybe they all have connections and you don't. Like, I personally don't have any connections right now in these hospitals that I'm looking at. So yeah, up until this point, I have been under the impression, and I'm still under the impression, that I haven't gotten calls back because I haven't passed my NCLEX yet. And that may be the case, but what if the case is that there just aren't any jobs for me here? What do I do then? And that's a really scary thought, that I moved back home, and it's not like I was taking this huge risk, I guess, because like I get to live at home, like I'm with my family, and I'm actually really blessed and privileged to be able to have the time to find a job and have a place to be and have something to sustain me until I do find a job, because I know a lot of people don't have that luxury. But I took a big risk in turning down a dream job in Ohio to come here and to try to find a job and start building a life here. And I'm very aware of that risk that I took and that sacrifice that I might be making. And I guess my fear is, what if that wasn't worth it? What if I end up not finding a job, or having a job that I hate? And I know a lot of people have jobs that they hate. I guess it's just, I always felt like post-grad I would have this ideal life. I'd be running marathons, and I would get engaged a couple years after college, and I would be going to a church that I loved, and I'd be involved in the community and all these things. But I'm realizing more and more that my fear of failure is coming from myself, that is all self-imposed and self-inflicted, like these standards that I feel like I have to meet to be an adequate post-grad BSN, soon to be RN, or just person in general. And so in church we were talking about Jonah and how Even as Jonah ran away from God, even though he disobeyed him, God still pursued him and reminded him, I'm in control, you know. I am in control, and whether you run away, whether you stay present, whether you trust me, whether you don't trust me, that doesn't change the fact that I am God, I am good, and I am in control. So you might as well just lean on me and rely on me and surrender to me while you can, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's in control and you're not. And I'm trying to remind myself of that every day, but you know, it's still hard to really recognize that at the end of the day, I have no control over anything. You know, I have limited control in, you know, showing up to the interviews or pressing that apply button, sending out my resume, being persistent, you know. But that's something anyone else can do too. I think understanding that no matter what happens, no matter if I stay unemployed for the next 6 months or end up having to move to a different state because there's just no job opportunity here, no matter what happens, God is good and He has a plan that's better for not just me, but for His kingdom and advancing it. It's better than I could even imagine. So I just need to trust in that and have faith in that and really lean on Him during this time. And understand that failure isn't going to be defined by my plans right out of college, you know? And it's not even going to be defined by my life in general. Failure is going to be defined as, did I trust or did I not trust? You know? And even if I didn't trust, even if I disobey, that there's grace in that. So sorry for my little ramble and rant, but that's just kind of where I am in life. So, to finally wrap up, 1, get into the habit of studying every day and being consistent with it, even if it's just for an hour or 2. You know, start there and then build up. Don't just try to go 5 hours in a day and then, because you'll be too burnt out for the next 3 days to study, you know? So that's the first piece of advice. 2nd, take care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually. Personally, I haven't been really eating well because I've been so stressed. Normally when I'm stressed to a moderate degree, I kind of deal with stress eating, you know, like junk food, comfort food. But when I'm high stress, I really just can't eat. I have no appetite, and it doesn't occur to me until I'm like super hungry and have no access to any food. So I've been trying to be good about carrying snacks with me and bring my wallet just in case I need to buy something. And then the 3rd thing is to just really be good to yourself and be patient with yourself. You know, you're not going to be let's be honest, worst case scenario, you're not going to be the first person to retake an exam if you have to, right? And no one's going to care 5 years from now. So it's okay. It's okay to feel that shame and that sadness, but don't let that stop you, you know? Just because you fail one time or just because you don't get a score that you wanted the first time doesn't mean that that has to be the end. So you define your future. But then also the last point is you're not in control. So don't get down on yourself for things that aren't in your control, and instead excel at the things that you can control and really trust that God, or whatever you believe in, the universe, has your back and knows exactly where you need to be. So yeah, that is my studying day in the life sort of vlog right now. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm sure I will be posting many more rants about how afraid I am of the future, but thank you for listening to me be transparent and real with you guys. It's a really crazy time in my life right now, and I just really need to have more faith at the end of the day. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.